This should look familiar. You've used a calorimeter to determine the amount of joules of energy from food, okay, the combustion of food. The joules will be transferred from the food to the water, and we can calculate that in joules. You can calculate energy in joules, kilojoules, calories, and kilocalories. We are Americans. What measure of energy do we use on our food labels? It's not joules. We use calories. Everywhere else, a calorie is called a kcal. So here we have energy in kilojoules. This is not an American label. We have energy in kcals. Again, not an American label, but this is what our calorie is equivalent to. So 100 milliliters of this fruit juice would give us 53 calories, or 250 milliliters of the fruit juice would give us 132 calories. Okay, let's just take a quick look at this international label before we move on. If you were to drink 250 milliliters of this juice, you would get 561 kilojoules of energy or 132 kcals of energy. These are equivalent. How do they compare? If you look closely, 561 is about 4 times larger value than 132. So we have been using this idea of 4 times calorie. So 4 times the kilocalorie equals the kilojoules. So now we should be able to calculate energy in kilojoules, joules, and joules per gram. Let's try it. So here's our American Ritz cracker food label. 70 calories. What is that in kilocalories? Because that's everywhere else, kilocalories. Well, it's the same. Calories and kilocalories are the same. So 70 calories is the same as 70 kilocalories. Great. How do I convert this to kilojoules? Remember, it's 4 times the kcal. 4 times the calories. 4 times 70 equals 280 kilojoules. Now that you know the kilojoules, you should be able to determine how many joules of energy. Kilo means 1,000, so 280 kilojoules times 1,000 gives me joules, 280,000 joules. This is based on serving size. What is the serving size for Ritz crackers in grams? Go to the label, 15 grams. So how many joules of energy if you eat 15 grams of Ritz crackers? That's about 5 crackers. 280,000 joules divided by the 15 grams that you consumed gives you 18,667 joules for every gram of Ritz cracker that you eat. Okay, I would like you to try this with a serving size of Doritos. Take the calorie value from the label and determine kilojoules. From the kilojoules, you should be able to calculate joules. And from the joules, you should be able to calculate joules per gram as long as you know how many grams the serving size is. Pause, try to get the answers, and then unpause, and you'll see if you're correct or not. Ready to check answers? Energy from kilojoules is 560. Again, you simply take 4 times the calories. So 4 times 140 is 560. If you have the kilojoules, you can easily convert that to joules. 560 kilojoules times 1,000 is 560,000 joules. How much energy in joules per gram? You take your 560,000 joules and you divide it by the grams of serving size. Right there, 28 grams. And that gives you 20,000 joules per gram of Dorito that you eat.